the Star of Mind meditation. I would like you to close your eyes and begin to breathe deeply in through your nose, feeling the nice cool air entering your nasal cavity. As you breathe, focus your mind on this feeling, as it will help to steady your mind into calm. Breathing in, feeling the cool breeze pass through your nostrils. And breathing out, sensing that the air is now warmed by your breath. Breathing in nice and slowly and deeply, pulling air into your lungs. And then releasing that breath back out of the body, deflating the lungs as you do so. Breathing in air that touches the inside of your nostrils, making them feel cool. And then breathing out again, feeling a warm sensation as the breath is released from the nose. I want you to continue to focus on breathing in this way throughout the meditation, so that you can keep your mind nice and still and comfortable. This will be done by your mind focusing on one thing only, and that is the breath coming in and out of the body. While you focus your mind's attention on stillness, it is possible for you to hear the words that I am saying to you, almost as if automatically doing what I say to, and no part of your attention needs to come away from the breath. Meaning that I will be instructing you what to see and what to know on a level of intuition. And this will come about without you having to do anything other than focusing on the breath that is coming in and out of your nostrils. Now that you are nice and still and ready to release, we can go inwards to your mind's center point, so as to see what it is that you must clear in order for you to be presently aware and able to succeed in anything of your choosing. The mind's center point of I am can be found by you imagining a point of light in the center of your head. Meaning that you should visualize a line of energy running from the topmost center point of your head down through the middle of your throat, as well as you also visualizing a horizontal line of energy running from one ear center to the other, and where these two lines meet is the point of the I am. I want you to imagine a glowing white light at this area of your head, so that you can know yourself centrally in your mind. Then any intel that comes through for you is only related to the I am center point and not any other layer of energy within you. When you focus on the I am, you can see all of what it contains in the form of memories, as well as pictures, or stories from your past. It may hold depictions that are not entirely what you went through, because your mind decided to record only a small fraction of what actually went on. As well as your I am also containing things like hallucinations or delusional elements if you've been startled by stress, And it can even contain false memories or imagery that does not belong to you if you went through an encounter with another person. Whatever your I am holds that you want to know about, so that you can come to be more powerful again, you can allow yourself to see it at any point that I am talking to you. This means that when I tell you to go into your I am center point to have a look around, you are free to visualize whatever it is that is most important for you to know about, so that you become freed of this energy's hold over you. At no time will you see anything graphic or startling. You will simply observe as if you have walked into a room full of old stuff that belongs in another time of your life. And in order for it to go back to where it came from, you need to recognize some part of it so that it is released by your subconscious mind. You only need to take a quick look in order for a release to occur, so you can let go of any worries that you might have about what you could possibly see. A moment is all that is required for you to observe a period of long ago, and then you can acknowledge to yourself that you are holding on to something unnecessarily, as that time is over with and you have moved on with your life. I would now like you to step inside of your mind's I am point by you imagining it growing in size to encompass all of the inside of your skull, meaning that the light that is your I am grows exponentially larger so that you can come to be inside of it with your thoughts. Once inside of this glowing ball of light, you begin to see around you anything that you need to know about something that is important to you. Look all around you now for a sign or a symbol or a picture or a memory, a person of significance, or a time of your life that is bothering you internally in some way. Have a look down on the floor. Is there something there that you need to pick up to look at properly in order for you to see and know what it truly means to you? Study it for a while and see if any words come to you or a phrase that you know well. See if you can find out what it means to have this thing inside of your mind's I am point, because you put it there for a reason. Study it and acknowledge anything that it wishes to say to you, so that you can be done with it for good and it never comes to be manifested in your mind ever again. Look to what you are holding on to in an observational way only. Do not try and tell yourself more than what feels comfortable at this time. Just look and listen and learn of what it wants to say to you, and then watch it dissolve into nothingness. This happens because the thoughts that it represented from your past have now been heard by your subconscious mind, and even if you did not see or hear a thing, you are now letting that element go. That is the power of meditation. It can make you able to surrender wasteful thought matter even when you are not aware of what that mass means to you. This is why meditation makes people happier and calmer and more like themselves afterwards, because they have deleted the past out of their being. When you meditate your mind, it is so calm and so peaceful that old energy is let go of with ease. However, a stressed mind can hold on to just about every thought that you have, making you tired and drained and unlike yourself at all. When you let go in this way, where the mind is still and sure of itself, it releases old energy from the subconscious over and over again until none comes to be in that part of your mind. That is why you are feeling relieved right now, and you're going to be more so by the time that this meditation is completed, because the longer that you rest your mind in this way, where you are focusing only on your breathing, the greater the healing that you will achieve at the end. Let your mind now come to show you the next element that it would like you to be aware of. You may want to look behind you or in another direction. There might be something hiding behind something else that is symbolic to the storyline. Or you could have a collection of things all together in one area, such as items being placed in a box, or a barrel, or behind a wall. Whatever it is that you need to know next appears to you in your mind's consciousness, so that you can know it and see it and experience it in some way that is helpful to you, discovering what it represents to you. I want you to look for an item to hold up to your mind's eye, so that you can clearly see what it means to have this thing inside of you. Study it and observe what it wants to tell you. Listen to it. Does it have something to say that tells a story of what you went through in a way that you can handle right now at your future point in time? Meaning that if you need to talk to this element to state who you are right now in your life, then you can and you will do this. And if you need to assert yourself against this thing so that it dissolves in front of you and it never comes to be back in your being again, then do so right now. Use as many words as you need to until you see the matter of this thought mass dissolve and become nothingness. That way you can come to be without this energy ever speaking to you again. Make sure that you see it dissolve into dust and then disappear completely, as some illusionary energies can trick you into thinking that this thing is gone, when in actual fact it has relocated to another area of your mind. Make sure that you do not let that item run away from you. Lock it into a staring competition, so to speak, and command that it dispel its energetic hold over you, and see it come to be nothingness inside of your mind. Then you will feel a relief of some kind come over you that makes you feel joyful and peaceful and more abundant in your energy levels. When you have seen your item or collection of things dissolve, it is time to move on to another area that you haven't looked at yet. And this time, you will find the biggest item that you could let go of. you will find the largest mass of thoughts, and you will come to face all of what that means to you with ease, because you have already faced up to several other things that meant just as much to you internally, only this one is taking up the most amount of room. So it has to be dissolved out of your consciousness field in order for a lightful energy to return to you. When the I am is clogged up with too many old thoughts, it makes it malfunction and become unruly in a way where it can shun some of your inner light by mistake. Or it can shun all of the chi that wants to come into your body. Or it could even do both of these things, leaving you in a compromised position where you can no longer sustain health chi within your being. When this occurs, a person can fall victim to all kinds of sabotaging energies interfering with their mind and their physical body, because the I am is no longer able to defend that person correctly anymore, due to it being overwhelmed with waste. This is why you will now look to the biggest mass of wasteful thoughts and the largest cloud of energy, so as to dissolve it out of your physical being. It only takes you acknowledging it in order for it to become nothingness within you. So take a moment to look around the I am's field of a lightful matter to see what you can find. It is possible that it is hiding or shielding itself in some way. Or it could be under something like a blanket of false white light. So make sure that you really investigate until you come across something that clearly looks out of place. Sometimes energies can seem huge and overwhelming, but just remember that you are like a speck inside of your mind's I am right now. So it's not really that big at all. It merely appears that way due to your shrunken down perspective. Have a look over you. Is there something plastered on the ceiling? Have a look under you. Is there something beneath where you exist? Or is there something encompassing all of the wall-like elements of the I am's totality surrounding where you exist in your thoughts? Have a look to the walls. Is something plastered on them that can be removed? If you reached out and touched the sides of the I am, would you feel a texture like a sticky mass of energy or something solid like a shell? Or even something that is both of these things together, because this can happen as well. Reach out and touch the walls or the ceilings or the floor, as if you were able to do this with ease, because you are not limited when you are meditating your mind. What does it feel like? What does it mean to you? What can it tell you about your past so that you can easily and willfully let it go? Feel around. Is there more hiding somewhere? Is it lumpy, like something held under a rug? Is there more mass in some areas compared to others? Really take the time to investigate, like you're looking for a clue as to what this represents to you, and this will help you to identify a time of life or what this energy means to you subconsciously. Look at all of the textures and the meanings behind them. Is there a clue being given to you, or is it illusionary? You can tell if hallucinations are at play if what you are tuning into keeps changing and showing you this thing, and then it's switching to something different or obscure. Don't let your mind be fooled into thinking that it cannot do this, because you've already begun breaking down its mass by observing and touching and questioning it for all of this time. Let go of any worry and see things as they are truthfully by allowing the light of the I Am to shine brightly, helping you to see through any illusionary content, because this is what the I Am does to help a person to see. The light of the I Am is truthful, in a way where any illusions fail to hold any power over you, because the light shines so brightly within the mind's center point that all layers of chi and consciousness and thought that surround it become empowered to tell you the truth also. Which means that if the I Am is struggling to identify what this large mass means to you, then it can call on other layers of chi beyond its walls to send back a message to it to tell it how to define what is plastered on its outer layer. So if you have something like paint on your walls, then this is what you will hear. Or if you have something like scum on your walls, then this is what will be told to you. Or if you have a hard shell on both the outside as well as the inside layer of the I Am, then this is what will come back to you in the form of communication from the layers of energy surrounding the I Am. When you hear what it is that the outer fields have to say to you about the mass that is blocking your path forwards, listen intently to every word and every sound that you hear, as well as you being aware of every picture that is shown to you, so that you can come to be different in your mind. Listen with all of your might by you breathing deeply and calmly, and you will soon feel a relief come to you in the form of old energy being let go of. This is due to the surrounding layers holding tidbits of information themselves that can help you to formulate a completed story of what went on, so that you recover from whatever you went through. Meaning that the closest field to the I Am could hold a key that you can look at, or some kind of object like a weapon if threats of violence is something that you've been through, or it may hold some kind of obscure thing like an old watch or a timepiece that is significant in some way. Whatever it is, it offers a clue to something that you have been wondering about internally, and it holds the power to setting you free from this mass of confusion that is held within the I Am center. I want you to observe what is on the other side of the wall of the I am, as if you can reach through with your thoughts and grab a hold of all that you see. And I want you to pull it into the I am so that you can take a proper look at it. Take your time to gather each thing so that you leave nothing behind. That way you can study it and learn from it so that a release can come about. Make sure that you pick up everything that is outside the walls of the I am, because it will have been put there by the outer layers of your mind in order to help you to discover how to break down the largest mass that you are trying to eliminate today. Make sure that you study each element so that they get your fullest attention, and then they will disappear completely once you know what they mean to you. Look for an item to hold and see what it has to say. Is it connected to the first thing that you held, or is it entirely different? Listen to what it has to say and do not let it go until you know all of its details, and then you can move on to another item. If you feel guided to, you can gather up all of the elements together to see what they have to say to you, so that you can assess them all at once. Or, if you prefer, just a couple can be looked at and held by you to gather the intel that you need. Just take a moment to ask what it is that you must do and follow the prompts that are given to you by your mind's awareness. That way, a complete surrender of this waste material can occur. Take the time to study each item, either separately or together, and ask your mind to be powerful enough to tell you a complete story so that you can let go of these things and never see them again. Let your mind receive as much knowledge as it requires to tell you all of what you need to know so that moving on is easy for you. Study each item with a keen eye so that you don't miss any details, and then you'll find that your I am becomes cleared of all of the old energies of thought from a time gone by of long ago. Help your I am to see clearly all that is in front of you as well as surrounding you by asking it to increase its lightful matter of chi, which it now has an abundance of due to release already occurring within you. Meaning that you can ask the I am's star point of light to crank up its volume, so to speak, so that all of the space that you exist in with your thoughts is illuminated with the brightest white light imaginable, so that no shadows can hide and no elements of past can escape your gaze. This is all that it takes for you to be powerful again in your mind's I am point. A concentrated stare at anything that has been wrongfully held onto by you, due to confusion affecting you at some time in your past. It only takes a moment to stare down what is bothering you inside of your mind's I am, and then your subconscious becomes aware of what it means to you, and then you process that old thought mass out of your being. That is what today's goal is, to clear out all of the toxic residue left behind by moments of shock or startlement, or any other kinds of experiences that you've had, so that you can come to be peaceful and nowful in your thoughts of a conscious kind. Meaning that this meditation is designed to help you to clear out worry or paranoia or fret or angst, so that your mind is more restful in your daily moments. It helps you to conclude events in a way that is peaceful for you to handle, so that no part of you becomes stressed or worried about what you're tuning into. All it takes is purely concentrated thought, along with a calm and rested mind that is meditating in a state of alpha. And then you are capable of letting go of even the most painful experiences, because your mind wants you to heal. Take a moment to look all around you. Is this still the same as it was before? Or has some element or several changed? Are there any items left for you to assess? Or are you now ready to forgive yourself for all that you have endured? If you see anything that still needs some work to clear out of your I am, then please feel free to do this meditation again from the beginning, so that you can work solely on those items with your intent. That way, you can know ahead of time what to look for, because you have already seen and acknowledged them this time around. You do not need to be concerned about leaving them behind, as they are now known by your mind and your consciousness in a whole new way. So your mind will make sure to follow up on them when you're ready to revisit this meditation. For now, I would like you to look to your I Am's star of light, as if imagining the center of the space that you exist in having the brightest glowing ball of light emitting itself in a universal way. Meaning that its light goes outwards in a spherical way where every direction is affected by its glow. Your mind has a consciousness field of lightful energy known as I Am Center, and within its centralmost point is a star of light that makes it powerfully communicative with the totality of who you are. This means that the light given off by the I Am of mind has the ability to touch each and every particle of mass that exists within you, as well as on you and even around you in your auric field, due to its central glowing mass being so powerfully expressive that it signals all of the chi that is your physical and energetic being, in a way where it listens to it over and above anything else. Imagine your star of mind or your star of I Am sending out a message right now that all of your beingness is listening to. And it says, I am healing myself of my past, and I am ready to move on with my life. Each and every particle of your structure hears what your I Am star is saying to it, and it begins dumping old waste material in the form of energetic matter that you held onto in a moment of powerlessness or stress. The I Am speaks to all of your being at once in a way where a totality clearing begins, because you have expressly told your I Am that you are ready now to forgive yourself for all that you have ever been through, and it heard you with an open mind. This allowed it to send a signal into every part of who you are, and when it did so, cordings began being let go of, as well as attachments and things like bindings to your past. And through all of the time that the I Am was telling your being to do such things, you remained totally calm by focusing on your breath. Your I Am kicks into overdrive, powering through all that it needs to, so that all resistance to change is let go of, and so that all non-abundant thoughts are released, so that you can come to be healed in a powerful way right now as I am speaking to you. I want you to know that something important has changed within your thoughts today, and that is a belief returning to you that you can indeed heal from the scars of your past, and that you can actually empower yourself to let go. And most importantly, you now know that it is possible for you to surrender old mass that has restricted you for a long time now, simply by you breathing your mind into calm. I want you to remember the words that I have spoken to you today in a way where they disappear out of your consciousness of mind and they come to be a distant memory, just like all of the waste that you have released today. That way, you can come to be more conscious in your mind again and no longer in a state of meditated thought. I want you to become aware of your breathing again, in a way where you are focusing your mind on the cool air coming into your nostrils. Breathe in a nice, deep, powerful breath that tells you that you are consciously awake and hearing every word that I am saying to you with your conscious thoughts only. Take another deep inhalation, feeling the coolness of the air in your nostrils, helping you to come back into the now, and it releasing you from thoughts of meditation. One more big deep breath in, feeling the coolness of the air in your nose. And when you are ready to, I would like you to open your eyes. You have now completed today's The Star of Mind meditation, and I hope that you come back and enjoy it again soon. If you would like to leave me a comment on how you found this meditation, then I would love for you to do so. Also, a like is greatly appreciated, as it will help others to find this meditation as well.